What is up, party people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Cup Chasers Daily World Cup edition. That's right. It was a day for the history books yesterday as Mr. Leo Messi takes his place at the top of the pile. 4 goals scored in a World Cup at 8. But of course, Mr. Kylian Mbappé is right on his heels, and Erling Haaland is starting to tally up his big total as well. I'm sure it will be something astronomical before all is said and done. And of course, big up to the Algerians every single time with their first win in 12 years at a World Cup after a back and forth game with Jordan. It was certainly a great day in the World Cup, and it's going to be a great day today as well. Of course, we got Cristiano Ronaldo trying to answer all the critics versus Uzbekistan today. England back in action versus the Ghanaians, looking for a bloodbath from the Three Lions, and Panama clinging on to hopes versus Croatia today as well, and Colombia in action in the late game versus the Congo. It's going to be a full day, a big day in the tournament, and I'm pretty excited. But of course, we will look back at what has gone before. Man, when Messi missed the penalty, I was like, uh-oh. I was thinking, uh-oh, this is, could this be a little bit of a stumbling block for the Argentines? I definitely thought that the Austrians, they sat in, they played defensively as we knew they would, and they certainly focused their efforts around making sure Messi didn't get too much of the ball, too much of the space in behind their midfielders. And that was something that I'm sure everyone and their grandmother picked out versus Algeria, where Messi was just in behind their midfielders time and time again. And so Austria made the adjustment and were able to definitely, at least in that first half, for a while there, they were able to keep the GOAT out. And then, of course, the penalty comes along, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he'd missed it. Of course, everyone in the stadium couldn't believe he'd missed it. Everyone on the globe couldn't believe he'd missed it. A chance to go for history, and everyone's saying, oh no, he's choked it. He's absolutely whiffed it. But, of course, when something like that happens, you know that the GOAT is going to bounce back. You know he's going to totally maybe take, and I've read some of the articles that said he took about 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes to get his head back in the game, and then just doing what he does best. Free flowing move from the Albi Celeste, able to cut one back. And I mean, how many times has Messi scored that exact same goal? Just running forward kind of at an angle, and the ball is played back to him, and he just rips it to the opposite way the goalkeeper is moving. It's like bread and butter for this guy, you know. And some of the analysis on the goalkeeper movement that I heard was very interesting. He was like falling backwards. He was like, he didn't have his left foot planted, so he couldn't make that dive because he was moving the other way. So his left foot was in the air, and he put it down as Messi went to hit it, and he couldn't quite get back the other way. We've seen it time and time again. Brilliant stuff from the little Argentine legend, of course. And then, I mean, it's so difficult. It's so difficult for any team when you're down against Argentina, because you know, no matter what you do when they go back the other way, it's devastating. It's devastating. And so the Austrians, who, let's be honest, guys, I mean, big up Schmitty up top for Austria every time, of course. I was shocked I didn't play Arnautovic. Maybe he's, took a little niggle or something. I don't think he was 100% fit for the first game either. And so that's why they didn't play him in this one, I suppose. But I mean, they have just no edge up front, do Austria. No person, no player, no killer, clinical finisher up there to kind of cause many problems. I mean, Marcel Sabitzer was the farthest forward at times for Austria, and that's a problem. That's just a problem. He's definitely not the prolific goal scorer that is required in these moments. And he played well, but still, like it's so tough, especially when you have no attacking impetus, when at no point in the game are you controlling possession and trying to really ram it down the other team's throat. It's just, especially versus the likes of Argentina, it's just going to be a long day. And they gave it a go. I thought Austria definitely didn't just fold like a lawn chair settings, and were definitely able to stand up. But then again, of course, Messi with the dagger at the death to put things to bed, to put all the jeopardy away. And it was always going to be that way. Of course, when you look at the way Argentina set up, it's something we've spoke here on the channel about before. It's just all roads lead to Messi. All paths lead to the GOAT. You gotta, whatever you're doing on that team, if your name isn't Messi, it's to contribute to what he's doing. Whether that's covering back for him. I thought Rodrigo de Paul has really embraced that role behind Messi, and like at the base of their defense really well. I think he's playing really well as far as, helping out the team with the total objective of, get Messi the ball and he will make the magic. It's very interesting that normally I would say when one guy is your only goal scorer, when you've got one dude dumping in all the goals, I would normally say that's going to be an issue somewhere down the line. But of course, that's with a Premier League lens. That's with a 38-game lens. This, they only have 6 more games if they're going to win the tournament. And I don't think it's necessarily an issue, especially not the way this team is set up just to feed the beast and get him in the right positions. I think this Argentina is probably the only exception to that, where, I don't think they do need another goal scorer. Just let him keep absolutely smashing them in. And the more and more and more you put players on Messi, try to double team him, try to man mark him, whatever, the more that happens, the more space there will be for the likes of Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez, who are no mugs by themselves, of course. And so, Argentina looking deadly, looking dangerous. And when they turn it on, man, they're irresistible. When they decide that they are going to go forward and smash you, that's what happens. And so Argentina looking absolutely mean so far in this tournament. Messi has come to play. He's come to smash records, and he wants to lift another cup because, of course, he does. Why not? But I think old Kylian Mbappé and the French might have a little something to say about that. I thought Iraq availed themselves well in this game, especially before the rain delay. I think that, I want to shout out Michael Elise, of course. Dude looks like silk. Since they've moved him into the middle of the pitch after the abysmal display at the beginning of the first game versus Senegal, they moved him into the role behind the striker, and he's absolutely crushing it. Absolutely killing it there. Another 2 assists today, and he should have had a little cheeky goal with the chip off of the bar in the first half before the rain delay. And I think that this team's ridiculous. Ousmane Dembele also with an assist, and now he has his first goal opening his World Cup account. The first goal from Mbappe too. Jesus Christ, people. This guy is, what can you say? Wow. Just every time I watch this guy in a France shirt, it's like, holy shit. This is some just power, just pace, just absolute athleticism, and his ability to just see a tiny little square of light in the goal and just rip the ball to shreds is impeccable. And yes, Messi is bagging goals. Messi's broken the record. I heard, I think it was Rob Stone, or it might have been Stu Holden in commentary talking about, yeah, Messi's got the record, and Messi will extend the record this tournament, but he ain't keeping the record. Yeah, Messi's the GOAT, and I don't know if we'll ever see someone as good as Messi, have the career and the longevity and the absolute aura that Messi has ever again. But that record ain't holding. He will not go down as with the most goals in World Cup history. That is a fact. You heard it here first, in case you didn't believe it, because Mbappe is on his tail and will surpass that goal record, whether it's this tournament or the next, because this guy is insane. And the rest of that team too, it's crazy. That team is just way too stacked. I mean, Marcus Thuram got his World Cup debut today. Akliush got his World Cup debut as well in this one here. Man, these guys are scary. These guys are absolutely terrifying. I would not want to be their opposition ever. The game versus Norway is going to be, it's going to be absolutely incredible. But I'm telling you right now, I fear for Norway. Yeah, they might score some goals. They might, old Erling Haaland might have something to say about it. But Norway's defense is not good. Is anyone's defense good enough to handle Mbappe, Elise, Dembele, Doué, Barcola, Thuram, Aklush? Jean-Philippe Mateta is on this team. JP Mateta can't get a minute. And that guy crushed it for Palace all season long. These guys are stupid. And I mean, Rabiot with another fantastic performance in the middle of the park. For me, he's been the best midfielder in the tournament so far. I mean, just keeping everything in front of him. Pure box-to-box midfielder. He's got the vision, but he doesn't even need it, man. He doesn't even need it. Just find the guy. Just keep the ball in front of you, and he's got the easiest job in the tournament, people. He's got the easiest job in the tournament. Just keep the ball and just be behind the ball always. Just always be behind the ball and feed it to Elise. Feed it to Mbappe. Feed it to Dembele. These guys are absolutely going to cook. So Rabiot just has the absolute easiest role in the entire tournament of anybody. I mean, maybe the French goalkeeper doesn't have as much to do, but I'm just saying, we do have a late arrival here, people. Let me get my headphones on here. It's my man Asif in the building. How you doing?
Sorry, Bow. Sorry,
no worries.
Couple of
no worries. I was just in full flow. I have the opinion that Rabiot has the easiest job in the entire tournament. All he's got to do, keep the ball in front of him and give it to the guys in front of him. Just don't let the ball past him, and then just give it to Elise. Cooking. Dembele. Cooking. Mbappe. Cooking.
Rabiot had a good game yesterday.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I mean, come on, that French team is just ridiculous. We all knew what's gonna. Yeah, they didn't even get out of gear. If you really look at it, they didn't even get out. They thought to themselves, second half you could tell they were wound up a little tight because of that huge break. Also, they came in, turned it on when they needed to.
It's Mbappe, scary, bro. It's scary.
Golden Goose came through, man of the match as well. So can't complain. And my dark horses as well came through yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was a great game. I was just about to transition. I was just mentioning that, right now it kind of looks like Argentina and France are on a collision course in that final once more. They seem to be irresistible. Do you want to touch in on the GOAT with his 18 goals?
Obviously, wow. What can you say, man? I thought the odds on him not scoring were pretty good yesterday. So Mbappe, Haaland. If you put it was ridiculous. Somebody's basically, but what I'm thinking for the next match is he's probably going to get arrested.
What? Oh yeah, sure, he should.
So the Martinez, the
Julian Alvarez,
for who used to play for Man City, they need to step up. Basically, they can't just put it all on him, because if you
can't they though? Can't they though?
No, you can't though, Jake. If you play a game with someone who like a Spain or a France, you need to come from different angles. You can't just come through one way, because that's just going to keep him one-dimensional, which is why I think they need to do. And that injury to Romero has caused them some problems, because Otamendi is not Romero.
He's ancient. He's ancient.
He's that's going to cause them problems going forward. If Romero's out, I don't see. I see that watertight defense getting breached.
So, yeah, no defense. No defense. I'm calling it now. No defense is keeping France off the board. Not a single one. No one.
But
nobody.
Especially when contending Otamendi against that pace of Mbappe. You saw him yesterday with those turns.
I don't care if you got Franz Beckenbauer. You're not keeping the French out.
It was absolutely, they didn't even get out of gear. That'd be like, really.
Dude, that first finish from Mbappe on his left foot too.
Like I say, and it'll give Dembele confidence going forward, not just Mbappe. Mbappe's the main man, obviously. That's why he's my goal goose. But when it comes to Olise, Olise's got the confidence. He's just been threading.
4 assists. 4 assists.
If you remember, I did say Bacola was going to come in and he's going to play the number 10. And I think, Dembele getting off the mark, that's a huge relief for him now. I think he's going to go on, and that's going to put a whole.
He got an assist as well, assist and a goal for him.
So,
it's dumb, bro. That team is dumb.
A whole different dimension to that attack now. So
it's stupid, bro. Dude, Akliush came on as well, and Marcus Thuram also made his World Cup debut. You realize that they still have JP Mateta, who hasn't. Jean-Philippe Mateta, monster, has not played a minute yet. These guys are loaded. It's crazy.
I think they're saving him for when, if you look at the French runs in the box, they didn't have a number 9 to get onto things, but they were playing their way, which is fine. But when they have to switch up tactics, I think that's when Mateta will be coming in. When they need that number 9, someone to get on the end of on the end of things.
More like a target man.
Approach. Yeah, when they need a different approach. That's why I think when Mateta's going to come into the fore. So
it's insane.
They don't really need him at the moment, though, Jake.
It's insane.
Why would you show your hand?
Insane, bro. It's insane. He's just a player that I like. That's why I mention him. But it's just insane.
And if you saw some of those crosses and runs into the box, Mbappe wasn't making them because of the fact he's not an out-and-out striker. But that's when you need a Mateta. But you're not going to use him for those kind of games. You need them. You need him for like Spain when you need a plan B, when plan A is not working. Plan A was working fine, Jake. So why is up to plan B or plan C?
Yeah, no shit. Absolutely, man. Messi in Argentina, Mbappe in France, looking irresistible. But of course, there's another goal-scoring machine out there ripping it up. Norway 3, Senegal 2. What a game this was. We knew it was going to be fun. We knew it was going to be back and forth. Ismail Assar showing them how it's done as well. 2 goals for him. Could have had a hat trick right at the death. Could have got the draw for Senegal right at the end. But man, what a game this was, dude. And Marcus Holmgren Pedersen, the first goal scorer, actually becomes only the 6th player in World Cup history to come on as a substitute in the first half and score a goal. So World Cup history for him as well. But Haaland moves up to
Jake,
4 goals already.
I have to say though, you mentioned him, and he got the goal, but he was looking very shaky at the back. They were tight when him against when the pacey Saha etc. was up against him. You could see they were breezing past the guy compared to
they were. That's fair. That's fair.
So I think going forward he's more an asset. Defensively, he's a liability. If you have someone with pace, I saw that game. I don't know. Yeah, but when you saw it, when they were running past, they were easily running past him, though, Jake.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's very fair.
If I see Olise coming up against him, if I see Dembele coming up against him, I can see those guys. If I was the French, I would be targeting that guy.
This will be the Norway fans versus France.
Yes, and I really do think there's going to be goals in that game, Jake. They might decide to rest some players. I personally would, because Haaland even came out. He was really realistic yesterday in the interview. I don't know if you saw it, but he basically said to him, look, first time in 28 years, we're through to the knockout stages. France are probably the favourites to win the entire tournament. So we'll probably even it's an achievement for us to even get into the knockout stages. So don't basically
they don't need to come out and try to beat them.
They probably even beat us. He was putting all the pressure on them. He was like, they probably even beat us. And if it were me, I wouldn't be taking no unnecessary risk in that game, Jake.
I might not even play Haaland. I might not even play Haaland at all.
I wouldn't even play Odegaard. With his injury problems this season, I would not even play him.
I agree with that. I actually agree with that too. I agree with that 100%. Let him rest. He did step up yesterday. Odegaard had a couple of misses right out the rip, but as far as his general play, I thought Odegaard was much improved from the first game.
Exactly, and I wouldn't be taking no chances on them. Have a day off. Messi, have a day off.
I agree.
Those kind of big hitters, I would be giving all of them a day off on this next round of games. You don't need them. Why are you going to play them?
I mean, there is the you get to kind of choose your path. If you win the group, you can kind of see the permutations. If you come in second, you can kind of see the permutations. But that's the literal only thing riding on the Norway-France game. And after having won the two games, they're definitely through. There's because the other two teams in the group don't have any points. So it's already, they're already through. Exactly. Whether it's first or second.
I would not even, and I think Senegal will probably beat.
They'll smash Iraq, but they have to. They have to. That's the thing. Senegal are on -1, -2. They have a -3 goal difference, actually, because they lost 3-1, 3-2. So they have a -3. And I don't think a negative goal difference, even though they'll win, they'll be on 3 points. I don't think a negative goal difference is going to get you through.
I think they'll
well, what I'm saying is they need to beat them by 5 or 6. They have to. They have to.
That's difficult, obviously. But yeah, I think Senegal, just look at the draw, was not with them.
No, it wasn't. I thought they were decent versus Norway going forward, at least. One of my favorite moments of the game, my favorite moments of yesterday. I think you may have responded to it in the chat, but my favorite moment yesterday in the Norway-Senegal game, the referee was having a shocker. I gotta say, the referee, I can't believe he missed this one. Ismaila Sarr kicked the crap out of Koulibaly. Tripped him up completely. The ref doesn't say. I was laughing so hard when they ran into each other and Koulibaly fell over, and then he gets up and he looks at Ismaila Sarr like, "What the man? What are you doing?"
I think it's gonna happen. Yeah,
that was just a funny moment.
There was a couple of moments where even in the Iraq game, one of the defenders and the goalkeeper had a moment where they were like both going for the same ball, and you were like, "Oh, don't be stupid." In the Premier League, most of the time that would never happen. The
Right.
goalkeeper will be like, get the hell out of my
Yeah.
way, and
I'm gonna bulldoze you.
yeah,
Yeah.
if not, I'm gonna bulldoze you. So yeah, that's if I was the goalkeeper, I would lay down that marker and I'd be like, if you're in my way, you're
You're
not gonna
getting
be in my way.
wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
the other game as well. So I think yeah, all the pressures on like I said, the French as well. They don't need Mbappe for the next match. They they can play Mateta for the next match. They can
They
play
probably will.
Doe for the next match. They can do a whole squad rotation, and it won't be as much
They'll probably still
difference.
win.
Yeah, they'll still win. So
Yeah.
I have no. I'd rest Mr. Saliba as well. I was like, you've had a long season,
Yeah.
mate. You take a
Fair
career
enough.
you get in there, even though you're good for a good mistake. You get in there, and
Fair enough. Yeah, I would as well, actually. Just play the second team. Just play the second team. Because I think Norway, more so than France, would have an eye on, the next round, who they're going to play in the next round. But if you're France, I don't give a I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they're playing. Bring them on. You're going to get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Imagine
France don't care.
Who's going to want to play them?
Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter.
Even if they lose, their B team loses against Norway's A team. I don't really think they should be playing the A team, but just me personally, even if they did, what they're going to say? That was all the French players are going to say. Sorry, that was the French B team you were playing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was Marseille. That wasn't PSG. You know what I'm saying? that was the, so we're not worried about that. And I don't think that like, as far as momentum, like the USA, that's a conversation. We should try to maintain some momentum. That's the conversation. France can just light switch and they've destroyed you. Light switch and you're down 4-0. So it's a whole different conversation for teams like the USA. But for France, they don't momentum, whatever. They don't need that. It don't matter. They can just.
I think in the next round, one of the most interesting games for me will be the Spanish against the Uruguayans.
Big game. Big game.
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I think Spain will have to use your.
Because Uruguay need it too.
Yeah. I just keep on thinking about that meme. I said, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that's great stuff. Yeah. But there was another game last night. I passed out and did not watch it because I was so tired.
I just caught the highlights. This is what I was doing before. And I lost track of the time before I got.
Yeah. We've been going hard in the paint, watching as many games as we can. I had to concede to the tiredness and was not able to watch Jordan versus Algeria. But of course, I caught some extended highlights this morning. And I got to say, despite the loss, I'm very impressed with Jordan. I'm very impressed with their bravery. I'm impressed with their aggression. I'm impressed with how they've approached both the games they've played. Obviously, they've been up against, better teams, and that's the way it is. But got a goal last night. Got the first goal, opened the scoring, actually. From what I saw, Algeria looked really sloppy in the first half. And Jordan were definitely given as good as they got. It looked back and forth game. But in the end, the quality showed for Mahrez and the Algerians. Got a late winner. And they definitely needed that after losing to Argentina, which is what we expected. Let's be honest, But I did want to shout out the Jordanians. They definitely gave it a go.
Of course. They played well. Unfortunately, it's a result-based thing. So Algeria did the best. You can't really fault Algeria either. They were 1-0 down. They showed perseverance to get to the 2-1. So credit to both teams really. I don't even think Algeria will qualify as one of the third best placed teams. So
they might go second though. If they beat Austria, they're second.
I very much doubt that, Jake.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like that seems even.
Impressed me. Argentina were lucky to get that second goal because there was a cannon off a player and it broke to Messi. They weren't as bad as the scoreline made out. The hype, the press actually, yeah, it nullified Argentina in quite a few ways.
Definitely in the first half.
Yeah,
Definitely in the first half.
and I don't think, yeah, I think they'll have too much for Algeria. Personally, I think.
Do they though? That's they. Who's going to score for Austria? Who's going to score?
Even if it's a draw, it's fine for them. So, and I think which is why I think Austria will go through.
I think it's that one's up in the air. Let me look at these. Let me look at this
No, I
table.
personally think no. I think Austria. If you see how they qualified for the European for the championships, you'll understand why they're a decent team.
Yeah, they have a better goal difference as well.
Yeah,
That's a straight shootout, man. That's a straight up shootout
that's
in
why
that
I
game.
think that's
Yeah.
why I think they'll draw and they'll still get through.
So if Austria and Algeria draw, as you say, Austria would go through as second place on better goal difference because they would have drawn head to head. And I think you're right. Algeria would be left on a negative goal difference, even though they have 3 points, and that will eliminate them. A neg two goal difference, even if you've won a game, will not. I don't think it's going to get you through. I think if you only get 3 points and you finish third in the group, you must have a positive goal difference. You must, or else
Exactly.
I don't think you're going to go
Which
through.
is why I thought when I was looking over the permutations, I was like, nah. So
Algeria have to win. It's a straight shootout. They got to win, but I don't know that
a draw's fine, Jake. A draw's fine
for Austria.
For the way they play, they set up for that high press. They're a pressing machine. If you look at
it'll suit them. It suits Austria for sure.
Matter. I think they might even nick a win, but a draw's fine for them as well. So
Algeria, on the other hand, will have to send it full send. They have to. You can't. You're not gonna. Yeah, you're not gonna get through on that negative goal difference. But if they win, then they're fine. They'll finish second place in a group. And I mean, because we're all assuming that Argentina will smoke Jordan, even if they don't play the GOAT. But I expect Messi will play. They want that goal record to continue.
I don't think so. I think apparently someone was saying there was a report I watched yesterday. He was slightly limping towards the end. So
yeah,
I don't think if he's
then I wouldn't risk it at all. If he's got a tiny little bruise on his toenail, don't rest him. Don't risk him at all.
This is the reason why it's a long tournament, Jake, and I think
it's an extra game.
You need him at his best for the next matches. You've got Lautaro Martinez, you've got Alvarez, you've got players who are playing in big leagues. Speaking of Alvarez, I heard this morning that he's basically put his transfer request in saying I want to leave. So
he's going to Barca, man. He's going to Barca. It's happening. Alvarez is going to Barca. Diamande's on his way to Merseyside.
That's it. That's what I love to see. One of the stars of the tournament coming. Even I've watched him play for Leipzig this season as well. I think
he's a live wire, man. He's a live wire. Absolutely is. But of course, more action coming at us today. The hits just keep on coming, and God, I absolutely love it. Will Cristiano Ronaldo be able to get over all the crying memes, all the drama, all the João Neves BS, and wreck Uzbekistan? No, I think the last time Ronaldo scored in the World Cup was versus North Korea.
He might get a penalty. I think that's about it. I don't.
Penaldo.
Uzbekistan have, if you look at the qualifying, the defense is pretty solid.
Yes.
And our friend Kushinov plays for them as well.
Your friend, sure.
I think if they stick him on Ronaldo, there's no way Ronaldo's going to get a sniff.
I think what Portugal should do at this point is fake like they're going to play like Argentina. Pretend that they're going to try to find Ronaldo. Let Ronaldo attract two players and then find the free man. Find Leao. Find the guy that's free because everyone is focused on Ronaldo, and this stop passing him the ball.
I think they should play. Yeah, I think something similar. I think he should drag out. He should go deep in this game instead of bugging the penalty area. Down deep. That would give a lot more.
Let Bruno cook. Just let Bruno cook.
I think, but I don't. One thing about Portugal's midfield I noticed, and I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but I think they've got too many cooks in that midfield. They've got Neves, they've got Vitinha, and they've got Bruno in there. I would play either the PSG lot, the BSG 2, and leave it as that, or take Ronaldo. You can't have too many passengers, basically, and this is the balance is wrong in that team. So I would. You can't have Bruno who does. Bruno works hard off the ball, but they have too many ball playing players in that first team. That's what I think.
There isn't a destroyer.
Yeah, and this is why I'm thinking you need to take one off. If you're carrying Ronaldo, you need to take one of those guys off for the balance, and that's where I think they're lopsided. So you either take Ronaldo off and let those three cook together and put Fernandes further up,
like a false nine.
Leo, etc., and can interchange.
Well, what if you played Ronaldo on the wing? Leao on the left, Ronaldo on the right.
He hasn't got the pace anymore, Jake. Simple as.
Fair enough.
So, I personally, I would say, if I was the Portugal manager, I would drop his ass.
It's Martinez. It's Roberto Martinez. He's never dropping Ronaldo.
I know, but that's why that's why he fucked them as the first game. But
there you go.
That would be my way of playing it. There's no balance to that. There's no balance to it, and that's me personally. If you look at England and how
segues are weird. That's good.
Yeah, sorry. Tuchel came in and he's brought a balance to that team. If you've noticed it, I know a lot of people don't agree with some of the team selections, but he's brought balance. I think he's brought more of a balance than Southgate's done. He's worked on the strengths. We know set pieces, Bellingham, Kane, etc. Playing compact, but he was telling them take the handbrake off. And that's what and I think they work within that structure, and and I think England was previously they had a bit too much physicality in that team, but not too much guile. Now I think he's brought a mixture of both, and I think that's why. But I don't see that balance in the Portuguese team. And
no, definitely not.
That's where he's going wrong.
I think Leo for England today. Yeah, I think he should. I absolutely think he should. For England, coming up against Ghana today, I think you mentioned how many people were kind of miffed or surprised or whatever you want to say about the midfield trio. And I finally figured out why, what puts the conversation to bed is Tuchel obviously has recognized that even in front of Declan Rice, in front of Elliot Anderson, your most important midfielder, the guy that's undroppable, and you need to sort out the rest of your midfield based around Jude Bellingham. When the guy wants to be, he's a monster. And so not Morgan Rogers, it doesn't matter. Bellingham is the first name on the team sheet in the midfield. You're not trying to work around Rodgers or trying to set up as a platform these guys. No, it's Bellingham's midfield. You let him cook. That first game cemented it for me. I was like, oh shit. All right. So Bellingham's the guy 100%. And you get Rice in there behind him so he doesn't have to do as much defensive work. And then you kind of have a free, Bellingham is so good for me that the other two, like, yes, I love Declan Rice. Might be my favorite player, but Bellingham is of a level that you don't even like. Rice is a luxury, man. He's a luxury. Elliot Anderson, like if you're going to play Elliot Anderson farther back than Declan Rice, and Elliot Anderson was phenomenal, then Rice is a Rolls Royce for me, but he's also in this England team a luxury. You know what I mean? In the role that you have him in. And I mean, what a player to have as your luxury player. You know what I mean? And so that's why that midfield is, it's freaking stacked. But it's because Jude Bellingham, when he wants to step up and be the man, he is the man.
I think today we'll see your friend Madueke again. And
I think they should. I agree. I saw an article that said they should continue to do this. Let Saka continue to recuperate till the latter stages of the tournament. And so play Nani. You said it. Yeah, I know I heard it somewhere. You said it. Let Dookie play for 60 minutes, get the left back tired, and then Saka comes in and mashes work.
It's also I think we should, if we win this one.
You will.
I hope so.
Ghana are terrible, bro.
We can rest our players for the next game against Panama. We can just do the whole day to the rotation thing and say, okay, see you guys.
Ghana are poor, man.
Watkins, Rogers, they can cook in the next game. I definitely give Declan Rice a rest.
Have to.
So if we cook this game, and I think Ghana's probably, no offense to Panama, I think Ghana is the harder game.
Slightly. Did you watch Ghana? Did you watch Ghana versus Panama?
Yeah, but they didn't have Partey.
I mean, I'm a Partey fan. I'm a fan of Partey on the pitch. Obviously, condemn what's going on off the pitch, but is he really going to make that big of a difference?
Well, in the Panama game, I think he would have.
In the Panama game, yeah, but versus England, he'll still get overran. They're still going to get overran in the middle of the pitch.
But like I say, England, I don't think. Yeah, we need to play like we played the second half. Just in the first half, just go for it. And then, because it can get a bit tense if it goes to the second half and we still haven't scored, and that's just why I think just go at them from the first minute. And
I agree. I think you have the potential for 7-0 here, but as we know, you can't go into this game thinking that, because if you go into this game thinking you're going to smash them, then what you were saying will happen, and you'll go 60 minutes without a goal. And it'll get nervous and it'll get touchy and the fans will start getting a little, and Ghana will, grow in confidence. And, so yeah, I agree. First 20 minutes, blitz them, 2 goals, put it to bed.
I think, I think that would be the best strategy for this game. England, I think we should get through. So, I'm not sure. With a goal or 2 to spare, hopefully. So shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, Ghana they don't really have, like, I feel like they looked like a group of individuals. There wasn't really anyone gluing the team together. There wasn't a lot of fluidity. They really tried to out-athlete Panama.
I think play pretty defensively. So
I think they will, but England are used to that. England are used to that, man. And so it's going to be set piece again. Ole, ole.
No, I don't actually think it'll be set piece. We might get a goal from set piece, but I don't think that would be our only option, because against the Croatians we saw, we can actually play as well.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to. We've got different weapons to help.
But the Croatians tried to play as well. Will Ghana play out? Will they try to come out like that? I don't know. After an early goal, maybe.
Maybe it's hopefully if we get the early goal first, then I can see them getting on, and then, but we'll see. It's permutations that we haven't taken into game management. Like everyone thought yesterday for the Iranian game. They're gonna get the Iraq game. When they played the France. They were just, oh wow, France are absolutely going to smash them. They did beat them,
They played well before the Lightning, Iraq.
Yeah, and but after a certain amount of time, the quality is always going to show. So I wouldn't take those. And people are saying, "Oh, it's going to be at least 4. It's going to be 5." So
there's that potential, but I don't see it.
I don't see that. I think if it's going to be, it'll be a 1 or 2 goal. For me personally, I don't think. I don't, because
I think you'll hit the over. I think you'll hit the over. I think there'll be 3 goals. A 3-0 seems about right.
It depends. It depends on how defensive they play.
Well, also if you're up 2, and then all the subs come on, the likes of Morgan Rogers, the likes of Eze, they're gonna want to fight for minutes, right? Anthony Gordon comes on, Rashford comes on. They're gonna want to be like, look, I just scored a screamer. I should play versus Panama.
Yeah, so that's something to take into
So that might, yeah.
So, like that bench, like I was saying, that bench will come into effect probably at the end.
Absolutely.
At the end of the half, so I can see a goal in that second half at least. So
definitely England heavy favorites in that one, of course. But the other game in the group is also featuring a heavy favorite. The Panama-Croatia game is actually very interesting to me. I feel like Panama will not be the sit back and defend and park the bus that I expected them. They definitely didn't do that versus Ghana. They went for it, gave it a go. Obviously, they knew that was the game that they needed to get points in. Heartbreaking loss at the end. I'm very interested to see how Croatia approached this game. I wouldn't say they have a blunt attack. I would say they have an old attack.
They've got too much for them, Jake. I'm laying it on the line now. I think the Croatians have got too much for them. The clinical. Yeah. You saw that against England. Okay, they may not have won, but the clinical in front goal. They didn't get many chances, but when they did, they smashed them in. So I think even though it's an all squad and compared to the Panamanians, they don't have this time midfielder back yet. I don't know. He didn't play in the first game, so I'm not sure if he's going to be. But I'm not saying surprises don't happen, but I very much that Croatian team has got a bit of know-how about it as well, and they played someone like if you noticed against in the England game, they played Vuskovic. They played some of the younger players as well, so he wasn't. I think they're trying to mix up, putting a blend in.
Yeah.
So I think Modric will definitely start this game. He didn't have the best game against England, but I think he'll have.
Well, he just got ran through. It's tough to not get run through by England's midfield when you're 40.
But he'll have more space against
the
Panamanians. That's what I feel. And with that quality he's got on the ball, I think it'll show against the Panamanians.
The thing with Croatia is they slowly build pressure and lean on you and build pressure. That's what they did to England when they were on top of the game. Croatia, that's kind of how they did. They kind of slowly ground it down and then got their goals. And I don't think Panama is going to be able to cope. They just won't be able to cope with that. They're going to get outpossessed. It's probably going to be 70-30 possession. And I think Croatia are worth a couple goals in this one for sure. But you never know. Panama were definitely spirited versus Ghana, definitely gave as good as they got. So they might have a couple opportunities.
They're not capable of nicking a goal, but I think the Croatians will score at least 2. Can the Panamanians match it? I don't think so, which is why I think the Croatians for me.
Absolutely. And one more game today, the late game, 10 o'clock my time tonight. What's that, 3 a.m. for you, Colombia and DR Congo? Got to. Well, you're just looking for the big booty Latinas in the crowd, right?
Jake.
Those Colombian baddies in the front row.
I don't know what you think of me. I always concentrate on the football. I don't know what you're talking about, Jake.
Yeah. Stick to the football, he says.
Yeah, I stick to the football. I have no idea what you're talking about. The Colombian team, I think it's going to be a hard game against Congo. They gave
it will.
I think they'll have a very similar setup.
And they'll be very, very pumped, excited, buoyed
Yeah,
by getting a draw versus Portugal.
exactly, and which is why I think Colombia have to be careful, have to be patient, because that's not a. I that I have to look for Diaz for inspiration again, to unlock this defense, because I think that's probably the only way they're gonna have to. Yeah, I can't see James doing it.
Congo are an athletic team, man. They're fast, they're big, they're a strong team, and
But
you're
Colombians are pretty strong as well.
well, yeah.
Physically.
I'm just saying that like Diaz isn't just going to be burdened past people. He's they're going to keep up with him.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that, but I think Diaz has got that know-how. You've seen him against Bayern. We spoke about Elise, but Diaz is
Yeah,
the opposite.
He's only got 40 goal contributions this season.
Exactly, and then he's feeding the Sporting Lisbon striker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think
Luis Suarez.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be interesting. I think this is gonna be a bit more like they need to be patient. Like I say, I don't think this is gonna be a 3-4-0 victory. I don't see it.
It's in Guadalajara, so it's gonna be like a freaking home game.
What's
up, Lemon? Hope you're well.
But yeah, Ghana's not a cold place. So is
I think Congo? Yeah, they'll be fine.
Congo, sorry.
I just meant the fans. There's going to be a lot of Colombian fans there.
Yeah,
the weather won't be a problem,
there, but that puts a lot of pressure as well.
Oh, for sure.
So I think they're gonna Congo gonna have the same low block or what they played against Portugal. Try to hit them on the break. So, like I say, it'll take a moment of inspiration. Maybe they might get that goal straight away. Congo will have to come out and then they get smashed. It'll be either that or it'll be Congo being patient, playing the low block, 60, 70 minutes, everyone getting a bit like similar to England, and then bang, Congo could sucker punch them. They had their opportunities against Portugal, if you remember.
I'd actually love to see that early. I would love to see Congo with a little punch to the gut right out the rip, and then have Colombia chase the game. That would be fun.
Jake, don't be saying that.
I'm just saying that would be fun.
Colombia is like a second team for me, so no, I don't need that.
Come on! Even if Congo score first, you don't think Colombia have enough? Come on.
No. Colombia have enough, but like I say, it's I don't need that stress at 3:00 in the morning, Jake.
I understand. That's fair. We don't need hair going gray at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. More hair than going gray than normal. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah. I think if the Colombians do this, we've got you'll have qualification wrapped up in a nice little bow, and depending on what Portugal do.
You know what I would love to see? I would really, really love to see Portugal shit the bed again and draw and have to beat Colombia to get through in the last game. I would love that.
If Colombia win this game, it does not really matter what they do against Portugal.
For Colombia, it doesn't. But I'm saying if Portugal still need to beat Colombia to get through to the next round, that'd be beautiful. Oh, that'd be so gorgeous.
If they could knock them out, that would be great. That would be it would be
injected into my veins. The Ronaldo fans would be so mad.
That would be the even if I don't think Colombia will win the World Cup, but that would be like a badge for Colombia as we knocked out the Portuguese.
That'd be huge. Yeah, I don't see it. I definitely see Portugal beating Uzbekistan today, but you know, you can dream.
It's going to be interesting. That last game, that's one of the games of that round. It will be Portugal against Colombia. That's the one I'll have. Hopefully, it's not too late. That would, because that's going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah, let me look. I can look for you right quick because they're going to be played simultaneously, right?
But I think that would be pretty early. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping.
So for you, that's midnight. It's a midnight 30 kickoff for you.
That's fine. That's not too bad. That's better
That's
than 3
not
o'clock.
bad. And it's literally right after the England game. So you have a 10 p.m. kickoff for England, Panama, and a 12:30 kickoff for Colombia, Portugal.
Yeah, that's better than today. So,
and of course, the games are all on at the same time. So Croatia, Ghana, and Panama, England is at 10. This is Saturday. And then Colombia, Portugal, and Congo, Uzbekistan is 12:30 for you. And then there's another. There are more fixtures after that.
Speaking about English-speaking countries, I was reading an article today over here in the English newspapers about online anyway about Trump trying to avoid going to any games that has English-speaking fans because of all the chants that they've been making up. The New Zealand fans, the
Australians,
fans,
yeah,
the British fans,
the English, of course, yeah,
the Scottish as well. All of them have been making chants up about him. So yeah, they've tried to avoid him going to those games. Which
probably for the best. Probably for the best.
I'd love it if he came to an England match. He should come with me, and yeah, I would love for him to come to an England match and see what we actually think of him.
He'd probably get on the loudspeaker at halftime and start cussing people out.
Yeah, and then give it right back, Jake.
Yeah. Oh God, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. If Trump come on the loudspeaker during an England game at halftime and is like, you know what? Starts going off, and then in the second half, the English fans are like singing back to him. I would love that. He's so awesome.
He'd probably fall asleep, Jake, like he did in the NBA finals, didn't he? When he came to New York, he probably couldn't hear the English fans anyway. So,
oh my God, man, that's hilarious. He actually said, this is a complete aside. This has nothing to do with anything, but he was at like last week or something, he was at like a award ceremony or something, and he started nodding off. And they asked him about it 3 or 4 days later in the press conference, and he's like, yeah, man, that award ceremony went on for hours. So many people were up. It was boring.
I appreciate the honesty, man.
He's just like straight up, I was bored.
Face.
All right, man. Oh, that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. But yeah. So, oh wow. If you look at so today is the last day of match day 2, and the match day 3 fixtures start tomorrow, and it's coming fast and furious because you have 3 groups tomorrow, so 3 sets of games, and then 3 groups on Thursday, 3 sets of games. And then 3 groups on Friday, 3 sets of games, and 3 groups. So the match day 3 rather, it's happening in 4 day, in the next 4 days, and everyone's going to play again.
Don't they have a break between then and then the knockouts?
No, they do not, because Sunday is Group A second place versus Group B second place.
Okay, so this is where the rotation comes in.
Yep.
I will definitely be resting the Messi, etc., etc.
I don't understand how the third place teams are placed. Because according to this, Germany are already playing a third place from Group A, B, C, D, or F on Monday. That's already on the schedule. But Group A second place is playing Group B second place on Sunday. Group C winners playing Group F second place on Monday. I don't know how it works. I'd have to go in there and look at it. But
yeah, it's a bit.
But we'll get into all that as
get after the round of games.
As it comes, it'll get clearer and clearer. But yes, today, people, Ronaldo absolutely must put his stamp on the tournament. Will Harry Kane match Haaland, Mbappe, and the like, getting 2 goals? Ismail Assar got 2 goals in a game. Messi's on 5 in that golden boot. Can Kane keep pace Will the Croatians beat the Panamanians? Yes, I do believe they will. And of course, Colombia is your nightcap. That's going to do it for us here. It's certainly been a good show. I'm absolutely enjoying the World Cup, man. I'm feeling the love on my 3 facts series. Make sure you got the notification bell on for that one over on the shorts page. Of course, make sure you're liking and subscribing every single time. We certainly appreciate you being here, and you will see us next time.